Hello, everybody. Hello, Matt, Oe, Apparition G-chan, Eternal Magician Antra, Zia-san, and JM Trad. Welcome, everybody. Oh my god. Woo! Okay. I have a feeling, episode 6, just like in Higurashi, based on what has happened previously, just gonna be my episode. I just, I just, I just have this feeling, just because of how it's been proceeding so far. Hello, Ramsh. Welcome to the stream. And hello, Ruka. Just because of how it's been proceeding so far, and just because the love theme has been so strong in this episode. And last time, Erika and Bernkastel and Lambda all set up this elaborate trick to get Battler to feel sorry for Erika and give her the almighty flex tape. And now she can seal up to 3 rooms to at her leisure. Is sound quality okay for you guys, by the way? Just tell me if it ever gets too loud or too soft, or the game volume is too loud or too soft. I'll do my best to alter that to your guys' comfort. And we are going to see, I think the love trials are going to continue very soon, because where we left off, it's going back to Zapar and Furfur. But hello, Isidial. Welcome to the stream. But we're going to see after that, I'm pretty sure, what Erika is about to do with her flex tape. 3 rooms. I wonder which 3 rooms she's going to pick, considering there were 5 victims, but Rosa and Mario were in the same room, so let's see. Detective Proclamation. Yep. Now, that also reminds me, the chapter is called Detective Proclamation. However, hello, Joy. Erika did not get the Detective Proclamation back, which means she is still free to kill anybody. I don't know if Battler remembered that or not, but the Detective Proclamation also prevents her from killing anybody. Now, she has the flex tape and the ability to kill people, so she is in a better position than she ever was just because of that. So I hope Battler is prepared for that eventuality. If he was going to give her the flex tape, he may as well have given her the detective authority back. Oh boy. Well, let's see what happens. Back with Zapar and Furfur. So far, so good, Furfur. Yes, all of the lovers clearly possess a strong will. Wait, my audio is off. Oh no. The game is muted? That is really weird. Oh no. But OBS detects it. That is really weird. That is really weird. Oh no. Because OBS is detecting it. You can barely hear something. I'm going to turn the audio output capture up. We'll see what I get then. How about now? Do you guys hear the game now? Oh no. It's still quiet. That doesn't make any sense. OBS is reading it. Oh no. That doesn't make any sense. OBS is reading it just fine. I don't understand this at all. Because OBS is getting all this audio. There's no reason why it shouldn't. I can see the green bar going up and down right there for the game. Wait, what do you mean by re-add? I never unadded it. How about now? I mean, how about now? Is that okay? It's weird. It's normal now. Oh, thank God. Oh, great. Yay! We actually fixed something. Wait, it's off. Oh. Great. Okay. Oh, hello, Zakuto. Hello, Antra. Welcome to the stream. Oh my God. I was terrified for a second there. Hello, Nagels. Oh my God. Okay, I was terrified for a second there. Not gonna lie. That is so weird why the audio thing would do that. And Furfur was like, yo, the lovers clearly possess a strong will. I'm so glad we fixed it. Oh my God, that was... Okay, my heart was beating so fast there for a second, you guys. Oh my God. This is a victory for love. This is a victory for love. That we shall extol. That we shall extol. Everyone had gotten used to these two overdramatic demons. So the game volume is just fine now, and my volume is good too. Just making sure. Thank you guys so much for bearing with me through that. George spoke quietly with an annoyed expression.
僕らがそれを称え合うのは君たちの試練を勝ち残り誰かが魔法の奇跡を授かる時だけだよ。
We'll only extol that after we've passed your trial and someone has been given the miracle of magic.
同感だぜ。
I agree.
最初の試練は全員突破した。
We've all passed the first trial.
次はなんだ。
What's next?
もう後には引けねえ。なんだってやってやるぜ。
I won't hold back anymore. I'll do whatever it takes.
はい。僕たちは負けません。
Yes, we won't lose.
私たちもです。
We won't lose either.
あ
Yes,
あ、もちろんバトラ君たちもね。
and of course, the same goes for Batlacoon's group.
無論だぜ。
Of course.
この中の誰だって譲られて勝利したいなんて甘えてるやつはいないはずだ。
I doubt anyone here is so naive that they hope to win by having the others forfeit.
そうですね。
Right!
辞退できる程度の弱々しい思いならば、今この場にいる資格はありません。
Anyone weak enough to drop out would have no right to be here right now. Even Beato, who seemed to be the shakiest one of the six, was strongly determined. I agree, Ji-chan. Battler was so freaking hot right there. I love that expression of his. The two demons nodded at each other, taking note of the six's continued resolve.
それで次の試練は何だい？
So, what's the next trial?
まさかまだ決まってないなんて言うんじゃないだろうね。
Don't tell me you still haven't decided.
少しは脱落者が出ると思ってたからね。
Well, we thought at least some of you would drop out.
まさか全員が残るとは思わなかったの。
We didn't think you'd all remain.
これは愛ゆえの嬉しい奇跡の誤算。
What a happy, miraculous miscalculation due to love.
うぜえぜ。
Shut up!
それで
So?
今度こそ脱落者を出すために椅子取りゲームでも始めようってのか。
Are we gonna play musical chairs or something to make sure someone drops out?
そう、まさにそのこと。
Really? Really? Oh, jeez. Yes, precisely that. Yes, precisely that.
今度の試練では確実に一組にリタイアしてもらうことにしたよ。
We've decided to have this trial eliminate one group no matter what. I gotta say, I love this expression on Zipar. Seriously, it's just so freaking hilarious and cute. I love this expression. Like, you practically expect their eyebrows to just go like, be like moving up and down and like that, you know, type like.
今度の試練は非分の第二の番にあやかり。
This trial is the second twilight of the epitaph.
寄り添いし二人を引き裂け。
Tear apart the two who are close. Tear apart the two who are close. Yep, that totally makes sense because that means so a pair of lovers would die in that trial. Oh,
意味がわからない。
I don't get it. Canon, come on.
ゼパル様、フルフル様、どういう試練ですか？
Zipar-sama? Professor-sama? What sort of trial is this?
まさか私たちに殺し合いをしろと。
Do you mean we're going to kill each other?
そりゃ手っ取り早いぜ。
That'd settle things quickly.
少々文明的ではないけどね。
There, it's not exactly civilized.
恋は肉食だぜ。
Love is for carnivores!
みんながみんな一緒に幸せになることはできないのですね。
I guess we can't all just find happiness together, can we?
そういうのをゼロサムゲームって言うんだよ。
This is what they call a zero-sum game.
経済用語だけどね。知ってるかい？
It's an economic word, but maybe you've heard of it?
あ、いえ、すみません。
No, my apologies.
ゼロサムゲーム。勝利も敗北も全てを相殺すればゼロになる。
Zero-sum game. It's where victory and losses all cancel out to end up with zero.
誰かが勝利を得るためには誰かに敗北を強いねばならない。
In order for someone to win, someone else must be forced to lose.
それが世界の冷酷な原理。
It's the ruthless way of this world.
みんながみんな
If only everyone
全員が幸せになれればいいのにな。
could be happy.
そんな理想の世界あるわけねえか。
But there's no way an ideal world like that could exist. Damn. Very opposite ideology to Higurashi here.
あるよ。
Oh, there we go. No, there is!
それは黄金鏡。
That is the Golden Land.
黄金鏡
The Golden Land?
何の話だよ。
What are you talking about?
そうだったな。
That's right.
黄金鏡に至れば全ての愛は満たされる。
If you reach the Golden Land, all love will be satisfied.
だがそこは天国や地獄と同じでこの世ならざる場所だ。
However, like heaven and hell, that's not a place in this world.
それはごめん被りたいね。
I wouldn't want that.
恋は現世で叶えるから意味がある。
Love has meaning because we find it in this world.
僕は死後に恋愛を成就させるための悲しい心中なんて断じて認めないね。
I could never support a sad lover's double suicide, where they're only united after death.
生きて愛を貫
I'll stick to my love and life.
く。何者にも負けない。
I won't lose to anyone. Damn ruthless side of Georgie. This is the Eva inside George right here. This is the part of him that inherits from Eva right here. You could see it, even in that expression of his right there.
ジョージさん。
Georgie-san! Oh god, that makes me so hot! Oh my god! She is blushing like mad. The door to the Golden Land can be opened by solving the epitaph's riddle. In that place, love and lives are all whole and can be revived, but... We're straying from the point.
それより第二の試練をさっさと教えてほしい。
Let's hear about the second trial now.
そうだぜ。
Right!
寄り添いし二人を引き裂けって何をさせる気だよ。
What are you trying to make us do with this tear apart the two-world close thing?
話はとてもシンプルさ。
It's quite simple.
恋人たちを引き裂くのは悲しき死の別れしかありえない。
The only possible way to tear apart two lovers is by the sad farewell of death.
6人のうち1人を殺すのが第2の試練さ。
The second trial involves killing one of the six.
当然、相方を殺された恋人たちは失格となって脱落するわ。
Of course, any lover with their partner killed is disqualified.
つまり確実に一組の恋人たちに脱落してもらう試練というわけさ。
In short, one group of lovers must fail during this trial.
殺すと簡単に言うが
You say kill so easily.
どうしろってんだ。
What exactly are we supposed to do?
殺し合いをしてもいいし。
You can just fight to the death.
くじ引きか何かで決めてもいい。
Or you can decide by a lottery of some sort. We don't care. Just do whatever you want.
くじ引きで決めるなんて冗談じゃねえぜ。
Oh, like how we choose by drawing lots? I friggin' burned a lady to death inside of a friggin' room! Just cause I wanted to be with Cannon! There's no way in frickin' hell I am gonna just lose my draw in a frickin' lot. I'm gonna go down fighting. Ain't that right, Cannon?
Yes, milady.
正々堂々と決闘しようじゃねえか。
Let's have a fair and square duel.
そうなるとゲームマスターのバトラ君と
There, if we do that, I imagine that Batlacune, the game master, and Beatrice, who is a golden witch even though her memory is gone.
記憶がないとはいえ黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェが相当有利な気もするんだよね。
We'll have a substantial advantage.
どうでしょう。
Well, I wonder about that. Oh God. Come on, old Beato. I need your freaking raw badass power more than ever now.
安心して。
Don't worry.
この試練ではみんなの力は完全に公平にさせてもらってるんだ。
For this trial, we have made everyone's powers equal. Game balance is the key in the love trials.
ゲームマスターのバトラ教でさえこの試練では全員と互角なの。
Even the game master, Lord Battler, is taking this trial of an even footing with everyone else.
それなら公平ですね。
In that case, it's fair. Oh God, that means I actually have a freaking chance now, because I would have totally lost. Oh God, oh God, oh God.
完全に純粋に互角なのかい？
Is it completely and purely on an even footing?
ええ、完全に互角。
Yes, it's perfectly even.
Yes, it's perfectly even.
1対1なら勝敗は時の運。
In a one-on-one match, victory would be decided by luck.
In a one-on-one matchup, victory would be decided by luck.
完全に互角だからね。
It's perfectly even.
決着にも時間がかかると思うわ。
So it'll probably take some time before it's settled.
だから優位な状況で襲うのがコツかな。
So is a trick to attack when you're in a superior position, I wonder. No items, fox only, final destination.
とことん時間をかけての決闘ももちろん素敵。
Duels that take time are, of course, wonderful.
誰が運任せで戦うもんか。
Why the hell would anyone leave it up to luck?
自分に有利な状況で戦いたいに決まってるぜ。
Of course we want to find a situation to our advantage.
となると三つどもえ。
In that case, a three-way struggle.
これでは動けないのでは。
Won't that mean we're stuck? Beato was the first to notice. If the six were truly on even footing, and both willing and capable of winning, one pair would have to concentrate their attacks on a single person. If that happened, then the pair concentrating their target would, of course, band together and resist. In other words, it would never be 2 against 1. It would become 2 against 2 and a matter of luck. However, at that time, any third pair who happened to be watching this could team up with whichever pair they liked with no risk to themselves, defeating the opposite pair with certainty. Oh, certainty! I really like this!
面倒な話だね。
Sounds troublesome.
先に動くことが有利ではないというわけか。
It means that moving fast is disadvantageous. If you step forward and fight, it's a matter of luck. If you sit and wait for the others to start fighting, it's certain victory. A fight would never even begin in this situation.
6人全員がそれぞれ隣同士と1対1で同時に戦えばいいんじゃないでしょうか。
Maybe we could just have everyone fight the person next to them one-on-one.
誰かの決着がついた時点で試練が決着する。
Then, as soon as one fight is settled, the trial will be over.
Unless everyone could abandon any naive hopes for a 2-on-1 fight. This trial would never begin and never end. In that case, if they made a gentleman's agreement and had everyone duel at once, it would be no different from drawing lots, but it would at least be even.
それは無理。 みんな積極的に戦わず保身する。
If we do that, everyone will just defend instead of fighting proactively.
その間に誰かが負けてくれればいいのだから。
Hello, Totally. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Guffy Force. I didn't see you before there.
All they need to do is wait for someone to lose before they do.
Shannon's point was a sound one. If both fighters just glared at each other without attacking, then neither would lose. All they had to do was wait for someone other than themselves to lose first. This brought them back to the starting point. No one would fight proactively.
結局全員が動かず決着がつきません。
In the end, no one will move, and nothing will be resolved.
全員の強さが互角という算数的状況のせいでパズルみたいになっちまったな。
Since there's this arithmetical situation where we all have the same strength, it's almost like a puzzle.
そうだね。
True.
互いの強さが未知数なら決闘も面白かった。
It would have been an interesting duel if all our strengths were unknown.
完全に互角と言い切られてしまったら決闘はじゃんけんと何も変わらない。
However, since we've been told that we're perfectly even, this duel is no different than rock, paper, scissors.
ならいっそ6人全員でじゃんけんで決めますか。
In that case, why not use rock, paper, scissors to decide it?
バカ言え、そんなの嫌だぜ。
Are you freaking crazy? I'm not gonna do that!
仮に誰かが負けたとして、そいつが潔く負けを認めるわけねえだろ。
Even if someone does lose, there's no way they'd accept their loss to rock, paper, frickin' scissors.
負けを認めないなら、じゃんけんの勝者たち4人に攻撃されることになる。
If they don't accept it, then they will be attacked by the 4 winners.
完全に互角なこの世界では、じゃんけんの敗者には生き残れる道理はない。
In a world where all are equal, the losers will have no chance of surviving.
確か
True.
に。なんだなんだ。
Well now,
じゃんけんで決めるのが一番合理的だってのかよ。
is rock, paper, scissors actually the most reasonable way to settle this? I say as the game master who totally knows everything.
極めて合理的だよ。
It's extremely reasonable.
しかし自分の運命を乱数8世紀に託すような無謀ができるかと言われたら答えはノーだけどね。
However, if you ask me whether I'd be reckless enough to entrust my fate to a random number generator, the answer is no.
どうかそれを悩んでほしい。
Please do consider that problem.
それが私たちの出題する第二の試練。
This is the second trial we have for you.
考えて殺し合って。
Think and fight to the death.
Think and fight to the death.
誰を生贄にするか決めてほしい。
Please decide who the sacrifice will be.
Please decide who the sacrifice will be.
確かに考えられん話ではない。
True, it isn't unthinkable.
使用人が一番怪しい。
The servants are the most suspicious.
物的証拠があるわけではありませんから、縛ってクローゼットに放り込むわけにもいきません。
It isn't as though we have any physical evidence, so we can't tie them up and throw them in a closet.
ですから、銃を持った皆さんが常に目に届くところに置いて、よく見張る必要があります。
So we need to make sure that they're always within sight of those with guns, and that we keep an eye on them all the time.
兄貴、マスターキーも回収した方がいい。
Aniki, we should also gather the master keys.
あの密室の 使用人たち以外には作れるわけがないんだ。
Only the servants could have created those closed rooms.
使用人たちしか知らない構造や道具などできっとチェーンロックをどうにかできたに違いない。
Hello, Truths and Falsehoods. Welcome to the stream. Damn, we have 38 people already. You guys are amazing. Thank you all for coming.
They must have done something with the chain locks using some tool or arrangement that only the servants know about.
皆は長く勤めてくれているものばかりだ。
They have all served us for a long time.
私には到底彼らが殺人を犯すとは思えないのだ。
I can hardly imagine that they would commit murder.
金蔵さんの寿命もわずかで遺産問題で大きく揺れているそうですね。
Kinzo-san's life is nearly over. And I hear that the inheritance problem is still very shaky.
それに加え10トンの黄金がどこかに隠されているなんて話もあるそうじゃないですか。
Out on that story about 10 tons of gold being hidden somewhere.
それらが分け前にありつけるなら人は罪を犯せるかもしれません。
A possible payoff like that might be enough to convince certain people, I'm not naming names, to commit a crime.
考えたくはないが、クソ親父のおかしなオカルト儀式って可能性もある。
I don't want to think about it, but there's also a chance that that old bastard is running some bizarre occult ceremony. I figure like he could just come downstairs at any point with some demons in hand and some witches and some bunny girls and just blast everyone's heads off, but you probably think I'm crazy for thinking that.
Hello, Uchiha Shadow. Welcome to the stream.
片翼の使用人たちは親父の手先で殺人の実行者かも。
Servants of the One Wing are his pawns, and they might have been the ones to carry out the murders.
親父はどうなんだ。
How about Dad, anyway?
まだ連絡は取れないのか。
Have we been able to contact him yet?
No. I'm sure that we haven't been able to contact him at all.
内線電話も通じないのだ。
The extension line isn't working either.
犯人に壊されたのかもしれない。
The culprits may have broken it.
それに親父殿は不機嫌になり、電話の受話器を外していることがよくわかる。
And Father does sometimes leave the receiver off the hook, but he's in a bad mood.
ノックをしても、その不機嫌な返事があるだけだった。
When I knocked, I only received a grumpy reply.
Hello, Void Dweller. No, that was just me ad-libbing. Sorry.
連絡は取れんが、あの書斎はシェルターの動線だ。
We can't contact him, but that study is well protected.
むしろ安全だから閉じこもってくれた方がいいだろう。
It's probably safer there, so it might be best to have him stay there.
Flustered, Cross tried to explain away Kinzo's silence. Battler, the Game Master, hadn't made Kinzo's death a major theme for this game, so that conversation didn't progress any further at this point. They stopped talking about Kinzo without Rudolph thinking anything was particularly suspicious.
いずれにせよ、使用人たちを野放しにはできね
え。Anyway, we can't let the servants go unsupervised.
それでさっき秀吉兄さんとも相談したんだが、2階に2部屋に分かれて全員で籠城しようということになったんだ。
I've already talked with Hideyoshi-san about this, but we've decided to split everyone into 2 rooms on the 2nd floor and hold up in there.
なぜ2部屋なのかね。
Why 2 rooms?
1部屋の方が心強いだろうな。
Wouldn't one room be more secure?
さすがに一部屋に12人もの人間では窒息します。
Well, if you try to stick 12 people in one room, they'd suffocate.
そして最も注意すべき人物だけを隔離したいという思惑もあります。
It would also be best to isolate the people we need to keep the closest eye on.
使用人の頭である源氏さん、 一番体格のいい豪太さん。
There's Genji-san, the head of the servants. Agoda-san, the largest one there.
若輩とはいえカノンさんも男性です。
And though he's just a kid, Cannon-san is a boy.
この3人を特にマークすべきだと思う。
I think we need to pay those three special attention, Aniki.
そこでこの3人を隔離し、俺と兄貴で監視する。
This way we can isolate that group, and you and I can keep a close eye on them.
2丁の銃。俺と兄貴なら、とっさの時、連携もできる。
With 2 guns, the pair of us could cooperate on a moment's notice.
少しでもおかしな動きを見せたら、ズドンだ。
If they make even a single suspicious move, boom! Headshot!
そうしよ
I understand. Let's do that.
う。だがルドルフ、
But Rudolph,
彼らが犯人であると決まったわけではない。
we cannot be certain that they are the culprits.
あまり高圧的にはなるな。
Don't be too pushy.
兄貴に高圧的になるな。
You're telling me not to be pushy.
そりゃ俺たちも老けるわけだぜ。
We must be getting old.
今上で秀吉さんに部屋分けをしてもらっています。
Right now, Hideyoshi-san is upstairs, dividing everyone into the 2 rooms.
隔離者たちをいとこ部屋に集め、他はその隣の部屋へ集めます。
We'll gather the ones being isolated in the cousin room, and the others will go into the next room over.
そうだ、兄貴。ジェシカちゃんなんだ
Alright, Aniki. What about Jessica-chan?
が、兄貴と一緒の部屋がいいと言って聞かない。
She insists on being in the same room as you.
ジェシカ。
Jessica.
隔離のいとこ部屋が5人、隣の部屋7人の部屋割りでしたからね。
We were planning to have 5 people in the cousin room and 7 in the next room over.
ジェシカさんがいとこ部屋を希望するなら、ちょうど半々になります。
If Jessica-san wants to go into the cousin room, it'll be split clean down the middle.
狼と羊のパズルで言うなら、今は使用人狼が3匹に、クラウスさん、ルドルフさんの羊が2匹。
If this was a wolves and sheep puzzle, there are now 3 servant wolves and you 2 sheep in that room.
And the goddamn train in the background. Fucking allergies.
ジェシカさんを加えた方が確かにバランスがいいとは思います。
If you add in Jessica-san, it'll be balanced out.
For a while, Kraus crossed his arms and thought. The cousin room would surely be more dangerous, so he wanted his daughter to go into the next room over. However, in an emergency like this, he wanted to have his daughter where he could see her.
一緒にいさせたらどうだ。
Let's have her stay with us.
俺たちが良い父、良い叔父でいるために必要なリミッターの役かもしれねえぜ。
We might need her there to make sure we remain good dads and uncles.
そうだ
Yes.
な。私も今は理性的なふりをしている。
At the moment, even I am only trying to act in a rational manner.
しかしいつ妻を失った悲しみを怒りに置き換えないとは限らん。
But I can't guarantee that my sadness at losing my wife won't change to anger.
Even without any physical evidence, the servants are clearly the most suspicious. During the long wait, the 2 men's weariness and anger and sadness might make them lose their reason and act out in anger. After thinking deeply, Kraus decided to accept Jessica's request, in part to prevent such a thing from happening.
それがいいと思います。
I think that's a good idea.
私も賛成です。
I approve as well.
同感だ。
I agree.
子供を失うのは俺とローザだけで十分だ。
It's enough that only Rosa and I lose children.
ルドルフ。
Rudolph.
In this way, all of the survivors except Kinzo split into 2 groups and holed up in the 2 rooms on the guest house's 2nd floor. One group was in the cousin room. Kraus, Rudolph, Jessica, Genji, Cannon, and Goda. 6 people. One group was in the next room over. Hideyoshi, George, Shannon, Kumasawa, Nanjo, and Erika. 6 people here too. Perhaps as the result of the killer's doing, the external phone line had been cut off, and they would have to wait for the ferry boat coming the next day before they could contact the police. However, the weather report said that the typhoon would make the ocean rough all the next day. When such a thing happens, the ferry boat takes the day off. So it would probably be 2 days before the boat came. In other words, they would need to spend a full 2 nights holed up in here. While Erika and the others held their planning meeting in the lounge, food and blankets had been brought in to prepare for the siege. The sudden tragedy had everyone on edge, but it was already well after 2 o'clock in the morning. If they really suspected the servants, then the observers couldn't afford to fall asleep at the same time. Either Kraus or Rudolph should probably take a nap right away.
さすがだな。
Not bad.
探偵権限がないにもかかわらず、うまく場を支配しているぜ。
Even without the detective's authority, you've managed to take control pretty cleverly.
冷静を書いた男など感情むき出しの犬と同じです。
A man who's lost his cool is no different from an emotional dog.
適切に扱えば簡単にコントロール可能です。
If you treat them properly, it's easy to control them.
One of the benefits of the detective's authority was being able to take charge of the situation. Because of this, Erika, who was both a guest and a young girl, had been able to order a large number of adults around at will. However, she didn't have that power this time. So Erika had taken charge by making good use of her natural conversation skills and techniques for controlling men.
探偵権限も魔法と同じだな。
The detective's authority is the same as magic.
できないことはやれないってわけだ。
You can't do anything that's impossible for you.
エリカにそれだけの力があったから認められていたというわけか。
So, I guess Erika was only acknowledged as such because she already had that much power. Damn, Erika.
魔法とは決して怠惰で無力な人間に与えられるものではないのですね。
Magic is not something given to lazy or powerless humans.
そうだ。
Right.
むしろ人知れぬ努力を隠せるやつこそが魔女と呼べるんだろうぜ。
On the contrary, people who can hide their great efforts are the ones we call witches.
The absolute nature of the detective's authority can affect even magic. However, that convenient power probably hadn't been given to Erika easily. I probably have to acknowledge it. Even if she isn't given a special power by the witch she serves, she's capable of quite a lot on her own.
しかしエリカ、どうして2部屋に分けた？
But Erika, why did you split them into 2 rooms?
てっきり1部屋に全員を集めるとばかり思っていたぜ。
I figured you'd try to gather everyone into 1 room.
探偵権限があればそうしました。
I would have if I had the detective's authority.
これは自由捜査権を確保するための一手です。
This is a move to preserve my right to investigate at will.
ああ、そういうことか。
Ah, is that it?
なるほど。やるな。
I see. Not bad.
Since Erika was being protected as a guest, it was hard for her to move about freely. In truth, she wanted to take some time and investigate the victims at the crime scene at her leisure. without being interrupted by anyone. She had already inspected the scenes once, in a huge rush as she ran through the mansion, but that probably hadn't been perfect. However, they wouldn't have let a guest onto the crime scenes, so she had no other choice back then. She wanted some time to herself and freedom to investigate more. In part so that she could check the closed rooms and causes of death more closely.
それが2部屋に分かれて籠城するのとどう関係があるのでしょう。
How is that related to splitting everyone into 2 rooms?
そこは奴が口車でうまいことやるのさ。
Because she'll be able to trick them with it.
見てな。
Watch.
ええ、そのためだけに2部屋に分けたのですから。
Yes, that's the only reason I split them into 2 rooms.
The cousin room was filled with a quiet tension. This room had 6 people: Kraus, Jessica, and Rudolph. And the most suspicious ones, the male servants, Genji, Cannon, and Goda, who had been forced to hole up in here. Jessica leaned against Kraus's shoulder, wrapped up in a blanket. She was drowsy, but apparently couldn't get to sleep. It was no surprise. In this bizarre situation, it would probably take some time before she could accept her mother's death. Cannon thought this was the sort of time he should stay by Jessica's side, but that looked like it would be hard to do in front of Rudolph's intimidating glare. Rudolph stayed completely silent, but his inner emotions showed clearly in his eyes. So Genji, Cannon, and Goda didn't have to ask to realize that they were suspected. Sometimes, Goda asked to help in an attempt to get on their good side and correct this misunderstanding, but it seemed to be having the opposite effect. The best option available to him was to stay quiet so that he didn't aggravate Rudolph and sit still at the end of his sofa. In the next room over, there were also 6 people: Erika, Hideyoshi, George, Shannon, Nanjo, and Kumasawa. The format of the room and the constructed atmosphere were the same as the cousin room. But even so, it was relatively calm there. George sat holding Shannon, who was darkly hanging her head the whole time. Oh! Kumasawa and Nanjo sat nervously as they listened to Hideyoshi explain the situation.
We don't know how many enemies there are. However, we have guns with us. And of course, I've shot guns before.
Okay, Oe, have a good time at work. See you.
I'm not talking about the Hawaii Shooting Center here. It's been long enough that I can confess, but I once defiantly fired off one of them occupying forces' pistols. You see, back then, the black market was controlled by foreign gangsters.
I guess he's talking about like the triads and stuff like that. He probably wanted to make everyone feel secure by convincing them that he could be relied upon. Hideyoshi went into one of his old stories that everyone had heard many times, and which had gotten more extravagant each time they'd heard it. It didn't make them any more confident in Hideyoshi's abilities, but it did seem to calm them down things down a little by bringing in a sense of normality.
どうしてこんな事件が
Why has a crime like this happened?
明日船が来られればいいのですが
I hope the boat comes tomorrow.
明日は難しいでしょうな。
That seems unlikely.
二晩の長丁場になりそうだ。
It looks as though we'll be staying here for 2 nights.
とにかくこういう時はしっかり睡眠をとりましょう。
Now is a good time to get some sleep.
この状況ですやすや眠れるほど僕
My
の神経は太く
goddamn pauses. My nerves aren't dull enough to let me sleep soundly in a situation like this.
ジョージ様
Georgie-sama?
The pain and anger of losing his mother quietly tormented George. Sleepiness probably wouldn't be coming to him for a while. Erika suddenly clapped her hands as though she just had remembered something. Then whispered into Hideyoshi's ear, interrupting the old story, which he had grown quite engrossed with.
すみませんちょっといとこ部屋へ行ってきます
Sorry. I'm going to the cousin room for a second.
ちょっとどうしても向こうの使用人の方たちに確認したいことがありまして
There's one little thing I just need to check on with the servants over there.
なんや電話ではあかんのか
Can't you use the phone?
部屋番号をダイヤルするだけやで
You just need to dial the room number.
ほらお忘れですか
Oh, have you forgotten?
電話どうも犯人に壊されてるみたいですし
It seems the culprit has broken the phones.
なんやひょっとして
Wait, you don't mean
彼らの証言に何か矛盾でも気づいたっちゅうか
you found some kind of contradiction in the testimonies?
Up until this point, Erika had spent a lot of time giving the impression that she behaved like a detective. So Hideyoshi immediately assumed that this was something vital to do with the crime.
簡単な確認ですがひょっとすると大きなほころびを出すかもしれません
It'll be easy to check, but it might be a huge lead.
ちょっと行ってきます
I'll be back before long. Da, 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 da.
誰も部屋から出さないでください
Please don't let anyone else leave this room.
隣の部屋とはいえ一人は不用心やで
Even though it's the next room over, it's too dangerous to go alone. Take this.
誰かお供を連れてった方がええんとちゃうか
You sure you don't want to take someone with you?
使用人たちも南條さんも完全には信用できません
We can't trust the servants or Nanja-san completely.
秀吉さんはこの部屋の責任者
You're in charge of this room.
ジョージさんも秀吉さんをサポートできる優秀な男手です
Georgie-san is needed to support you.
誰も避けません
There's no one left.
大丈夫です探偵は襲われないって決まってますから
Don't worry, the detective never gets attacked.
Erika had already worked hard to look like a sharp, clear-headed person. Hideyoshi relaxed and agreed, thinking that it was just next door and wouldn't be a problem.
小1時間ほどでいや
After an hour?
あま
No.
りうろちょろするのも不用心ですね
Better not to wander around too much.
朝まで隣にいます
I'll stay over there until morning.
明るくなってから戻ってくる方がいいですよね
It'll be better if I wait until it gets light before I come back.
その通りや
Good thinking.
気をつけてな
You be careful now, you hear?
お隣の部屋に行くだけなのに
It's just a little trip to the next room over.
この部屋よろしくお願いします
Take good care of this room.
誰も外へ出さないでください
Please don't let anyone go outside.
この部屋を出るあらゆる理由がないようあらゆるものを運び込んだのですから
We've already bought everything we need up here, so there's no reason for anyone to leave.
Food, drinks, blankets, medicine, towels, tissue paper, everything. The women also had their cosmetic pouches. They could last 48 hours without lacking for anything.
わかっとる
I know.
この部屋におるんは身を守るためだけやない
We aren't just here to protect ourselves.
ひょっとしたらおるかもしれない犯人を見張る意味もあるの。
We're also on the lookout for the culprit, if he's among us.
よくわかっとる。
I understand.
グッドです。
Good.
ではどうかよろしくお願いします。
Goodbye then.
エリカちゃん、どこへ？
Where are you going, Erika-chan?
表には誰も出ない約束だよ。
We promised that no one would go outside.
ああ、エリカちゃんはちょっと特別な用事を思い出してな。
Oh, Erika-chan remembers something important that she had to do.
隣へ行く。
She's going to the next room over.
大丈夫、平気や。
Don't worry, she'll be fine.
Hideyoshi suspected that Shannon might be one of the culprits, since he already knew that Shannon and George had a special relationship. He apparently thought it would be prudent to mislead George about Erika's actions and motives. Interesting. Huh. I didn't realize that Hideyoshi was that aware of that. I think he might have said something like that before. Huh. I wonder how Hideyoshi feels about the whole thing with Shannon. I really do wonder. I wonder if we can find out more about that in this episode. Hideyoshi slowly opened the door and checked both ways down the corridor, his gun raised.
大丈夫。
It's okay.
誰もおらんで。
No one's there.
ここまでで結構です。
That's far enough.
あなたが部屋を出ると同時にシャノンさんが豹変してジョージさんを人質に取らないとも限りませんね。
Well, we know Shannon-san might take George-san hostage as soon as you leave the room, right?
今こうして彼らに背中を向けているのさえ少々不用心です。
It's careless even just showing your back to them, as you're doing now.
そう、せやな。
You're right.
じゃあ用心するんやで。
Then be careful.
後でわしにも話を聞かせてや。
Tell me all about it later.
はい。
Sure.
それでは。
Bye then.
And now I bet Erika's gonna go all around the freaking house setting up a freaking flex tape everywhere. Erika closed the door, pushing Hideyoshi back inside. Oh my god, are we getting Mortal Kombat? Is it the Mortal Kombat? We haven't heard this music in a long time. Hello, bats. Welcome to the stream. Yes, it's the Mortal Kombat music. Yes! We haven't heard that since like episode 2, I think. She then waited for the sound of the lock on the inside, and her smiling eyes opened wide. Her expression had become ruthless and intelligent. In this way, Erika was able to gain several hours during which all the suspects were sealed up, and she alone was free. Finally! I can investigate to my heart's content! Erika, the greatest trickster who ever lived! But first... Ushimiya Butler!
Don't use my full name. Only Beato can do that. Only Beato.
ここで登場人物全員の所在確認をさせてください。
Allow me to confirm the location of all characters present!
復唱要求です。
Repeat it!
無論、これにも答える義務はねえぜ。
Of course. I'm not obligated to respond, remember?
その場合は、私が見てない間に部屋を抜け出し、その人物が今後起こるだろう不思議な事件の実行者だと主張しきるだけです。
If you don't, I'll just say that someone sneaked out while I wasn't looking, and that this person was responsible for the bizarre crimes that are sure to follow.
不可能犯罪を見せたいならまずは所在確認に応じるべきです。
If you want to show me an impossible murder, you should first confirm their locations.
いいだろう。
God, I love this face of his. Oh, he's so confident. This is like a Beato face, but on Battler. Like, seriously, look at him. Seriously, wow, God.
Sure, why not?
一応は聞いてやるぜ。言ってみろ。
I'll listen at least. Let me hear it.
いとこ部屋に対し隣の籠城部屋をこれより隣部屋と呼称します。
From now on, instead of repeating the barricaded room next to the cousin room, let's just say the next room over.
よろしいですね。
Does that work for you?
わかりやすい。了解した。
Sounds simple enough. Got it.
それで
And?
今からする所在確認は生死を問いません。
When I check everyone's locations as I'm about to, I'm not concerned with whether they're alive or dead.
体の所在と考えてください。
Think of it as the location of their body.
そしてもちろん現時点でのことです。
And of course, I'm referring to the current point in time.
では参ります。
Here we go.
第1の番の犠牲者6人の所在は発見場所の通りである。
The 6 first Twilight victims are located in the places where they were discovered.
夏日は自室、エヴァは貴賓室、キリエはクラウスの書斎、ローザとマリアは客間で、あんたは客室。
Natsui is in a room, Eva's in the VIP room, Kidding, Krause's study, Rosa and Mario are in the parlor, and you are in the guest room.
まさかこの時点でもうこの程度のことも復唱拒否ですか？
Ha! Don't tell me you're already going to refuse.
いいぜ。
Don't worry.
それを認める。
I acknowledge it.
First off, it was acknowledged that the victims' locations were the same as the rooms that had been shown by the witch side illusion.
グッ
Good!
と続けます。
I'll continue!
隣部屋に所在するのは秀吉、ジョージ、シャノン、熊沢、南條である。
Hideyoshi, George, Shannon, Kumasawa, and Nanjo were in the next room over!
認める。
Acknowledged.
Again, it's interesting how he keeps using this acknowledged thing instead of actually repeating it in red like Beato did. With that, the humans in the room Erika had just left had been specified. Carefully checking even obvious things like that was the most basic part of playing on the human side.
グッと
Good!
続けます。
I'll continue!
いとこ部屋に所在するのはそれ以外の全員である。
Everyone else is in the cousin room! The word everyone drew a slight reaction from Battler. The intuition he'd built up from all of his previous games told him not to answer this one instantly.
拒否する。
I refused.
それを認めるって言うと、金蔵の遺体もいとこ部屋の中にあるって論法になっちまうからな。
Acknowledging that would mean Kinzo's corpse would also have to be in the cousin room.
はあ、失礼。
Pardon me!
金蔵はすでに存在しないことが確定していますから、全員という言葉からは抜いて考えてください。
It has already been shown that Kinzo no longer exists, so please remove him with the word everyone!
なぜいとこ部屋だけ全員という言い方をする？
Why are you using the word everyone for the cousin room alone?
クラウス以下6人の名前を個別に挙げて所在確認をすればいい。
Why are you so vague?
なぜそんなアバウトな言い方で？
When you could just mention the names of Kraus and the other 5 individually.
6人の名前をいちいち読み上げるのが面倒くさいからです。
Oh, it'd just be too much of a pain to read out all of their names. It's not like it's sort of a part of some kind of evil master plan of mine. Where would you get that idea?
それとも何か？
Oh, is there something wrong, Game Master Battler?
全員という言葉だと何か問題のあるトリックでもあるんですか？
Does using the word everyone create a problem with some trick of yours? If Battler had been told to repeat Kraus, Rudolph, Jessica, Genji, Godang, Canon are in the cousin room, he would have probably acknowledged it with the red without thinking too much about it. Of course, normally Erika would have mentioned the names of everyone inside and had him repeat it precisely. Battler had paused, feeling some kind of unease because of that unexpected demand in the word everyone.
私と金蔵を除き17人いる島で
Excluding Kinzo and me, there are 17 people on this island!
6人が殺されて屋敷に横たわり隣部屋に5人がいる
6 were killed and are lying in the mansion. 5 are in the next room over.
となれば残る6人はいとこ部屋にいる
And the remaining 6 are in the cousin room.
これが正常な考えでしょ
And that's a reasonable assumption to make, right?
しかし
However!
17人いる島だから6を引いて5を引いてさらに6を引けばちょうど0になって所在不明の人間は0になるという思い込みは大変危険です
There are 17 people on the island, so if we subtract 6, then 5, then 6 again, we're left with 0 humans whose locations have not been checked. But that sort of assumption would be extremely dangerous.
バトラさんもこの辺の名前と人数のトリックで第3のゲームの南條殺しで散々苦しめられたはずです
I'm pretty sure that this sort of trick involving names and numbers of people caused you a lot of trouble with Nanjo's murder in the 3rd game.
そうだな
Good point.
あの時のトリックは18人分の名前と実際に存在する18人が食い違うことだ
That trick worked because the 18 names given didn't match up with the 18 people who actually existed,
未知の人物が混入する余地を許している
leaving room to add in an unknown person.
そういうことです
Exactly!
ですから名前だけでの所在確認は安心できないわけです
And so, I can't feel secure by just checking their locations by name.
そこで私は全員という言葉を採用することにしました
That's why I used the word everyone.
この言葉はまだ私が想像もしていないバトラさんの新しいトリックを未然に防ぐことさえできるのです
And that word can prevent you from using a new trick I hadn't even thought of.
なる
I see.
うまいやり方だぜ
Pretty crafty of you.
If Battler was planning a new trick where the names and number of people would be used to create false alibis, like the murder of Nanjo in the 3rd game, even naming off all 17 people and checking their positions left a trace of uncertainty behind. And if he cleverly managed to slip somebody past the names and numbers of people?
例えばですが
For
こ
example,
の島に未知の暗殺者 X が紛れ込んでいるとします
let's say that an unknown assassin X is hiding on the island.
仮にその X の名をプルプルピコマルと名付けましょう
Let's call him Pika Man!
なるほどな
I see.
全員の名を挙げて所在確認をしてもプルプルピコマルとやらはその網にかからないってわけだ
Even if you list everyone's names and check their locations, this Puru Pico Pico man guy would fall outside the net.
そういうことです
Precisely!
この島には17人しかいないそして17人の所在はここであるとされても
Even hearing there are only 17 people on this island, here are the locations of 17 people.
それだけでは不十分なわけです
Is insufficient.
前科もあるわけですからね
There's already a precedent for this.
しかし全員というのはあまりに範囲の広すぎる言い方です
However, the word everyone is just too broad.
他の言い方でうまく言い直せないでしょうか。
Can't you word it a little better?
いや、ここで全員という言葉から逃げると。
No. If we run away from the word everyone here...
エリカはそれを根拠に、すべての犯人をプルプルピコマルテアラの仕業で逃れきっちまう可能性がある。
There's a chance that Erika will be able to use that as a basis for making Pro Pico Man the culprit for everything. Damn that Pro Pico Man. My new arch nemesis.
かつての俺も、お前との戦いで、未知の18人目 X だけを根拠に、複数の謎にくさびを打ったことがある。
In my old fights with you, I also nailed several riddles with no basis other than the unknown 18th person X.
全員という言葉の重み。
The word everyone is significant.
よーく考えてお返事くださいね。
Make sure you think very carefully first.
Erika wore a full but evil smile, confident that she had made a powerful move. Players on the witch side must eradicate all possibilities that would be possible for humans. If I don't crush any chances for the ridiculously named Puerto Pico Pico Man right now, he'll be used to explain everything the witch does. That was a move I liked to use in my old games with Beato. Back at the beginning of the fight, my counterattacks were all based on the unknown 19th person X. Because of that, Beato had restricted the number of people on the island, making it necessary to eliminate any unknown person hiding somewhere. In that case, this time is the same. So just like Beato did, I need to get rid of any leeway in which X can exist. The number of people on the island has already been announced, but since she's suspecting tricks involving names and numbers of people, saying the same thing again won't satisfy her. In that case, I have no choice but to respond to her demand and use the word everyone. That word has a disturbing ring to it, and though I haven't figured it out yet, it feels like there's some kind of demonic killer move hiding within it. Damn, after insulting Beato so much and saying that the witch side had a huge advantage, I'm getting this pressure just having to deal with a single line to repeat.
Distraction ですね。
Deflection, right?
チェス用語。
You mean the chess term?
はい。
Yes.
敵の駒に圧力をかけ、移動を強いて、敵陣形を自らに崩させる手法のことです。
It's a technique of putting pressure on an enemy piece, forcing it to move and making them weaken their own position.
全員というあまりに広域で強力な駒に私は移動を強いているわけです。
I'm threatening you with a broad and powerful piece called everyone, pressuring you to move.
バトラさんにとってはこれによって生存者全員のアリバイが完全に保証され
With this, Battler-san will be able to perfectly guarantee alibis for all the survivors.
以後の不可能犯罪を私に言い逃れさせないことが可能となるでしょう
And it'll probably make it possible for him to trap me in the later impossible crimes.
何を恐れますあなたにとって強力な一手じゃありませんか
What exactly are you afraid of? Shouldn't this be a powerful move for you? Come on, bitch.
しかしそれはお前が敷いた上での手だ。
But it's a move that you're pressuring me to make.
お前はそれによって俺の何かの陣形を崩そうとしている。
You're trying to make me weaken my own position in some way.
どんな妙手も相手に望まれたならそれは握手に同じです。
No matter how good a move seems, It's a bad move when it's what your opponent wants.
しかしここで全員という言葉を避けることも難しい。
However, it will be hard to avoid the word everyone here.
The red truth can cut the weak reasoning of the human side apart over and over. In the past, I've feared its ruthlessness. However, I also learned quickly that it could be used as a basis for a counterattack.
赤き真実は殿下の宝刀か。
Yes, the red truth is a trump card, a treasured sword.
ベアとの気持ち、今は痛いくらいにわかる。
No, I'm painfully aware of how Beato felt.
It can kill with ease, but it's not something to be used unnecessarily. Using it carelessly will end up cornering the witch side instead.
どうします？
What will you do?
保留でも結構ですよ。
We can put this on hold if you want.
いや、
No.
わかった。認める。
Okay, I acknowledge it.
それ以外の全員がいとこ部屋にいることを認める。
Oh boy, Battler. I acknowledge that everyone else is in the cousin room.
ありがとうございます、バトラさん。
Thank you very much, Battler-san, for playing into my hands!
実に美しくバッサリです。
Beautifully done!
困りました。
Oh, I'm in trouble!
この状況で魔女からの手紙が現れたりなんかしたら、一体誰を疑えばいいのやら。
If a letter from a witch comes in this situation, just who can I suspect?
She said she was in trouble, but her face didn't look troubled at all. On the contrary, she looked as though she had just succeeded in placing a huge opening move. In a witch's game, even a single mistake can be fatal. In both chess and shogi, you can't get a piece back once you've moved it. That last exchange had left a bad aftertaste, as the flesh had been torn and bones broken.
所在確認はこれで十分なはずだ。
That should be enough of confirming positions.
ゲームを進めてもらおうか。
Shall we continue the game?
そうします。
Yes, we shall!
ドラノール
Dolanor, I finally have some use for you!
はい、エリカ卿。
Yes, Lady Erika.
それでは早速始めましょう。
Let's get started right
慈
away!
悲深いゲームマスター様がくださった権利を。
Let's use the privilege our merciful game master has given us!
はい、心得ております。
Yes, understood. I shall not underestimate the power of flex tape.
ガートルード、コーネリア。
Gertrude, Cornelia,
3部屋許された権利のうちの2部屋分を行使します。
use 2 rooms worth of the 3 sets of seals we were given.
金形慎んで
Let it be known that
了解するものなりや。
We understand.
she's gonna seal everyone in the
いとこ部屋
rooms.
と隣部屋を封印。
Oh god, she's gonna seal everyone in the rooms.
Oh my god. Seal the cousin room and the next room over!
犠牲者以外の全員を封じました。
With this, everyone's been sealed except for the victims!
これ以降、何が起こっても封印の中の人間たちは問題となりません。
No matter what happens after this, the humans within the seals will be a problem!
隣部屋の両部屋の密封は保証されました。
By the seals over the doors and windows. The complete sealing of both the cousin room and the next room over has been guaranteed.
Oh my god, so now nobody can commit a murder. Oh my god. For just an instant, a red longsword had returned to Dolinor's hand. She had been given permission to draw it, thanks to the red truce she had finally gained. When the fight concerned these two sealed rooms from now on, Dolinor would be able to use that merciless blade, the Red Key. This overwhelming power could slice even the Game Master in half. For a while, Erika and Dolinor just grinned at each other, entranced by the ruthless red light that was burned into their eyes. Senior aide, allow me to ask a question.
What is it?
人間側プレイヤーは魔女の出題を人間の仕業で読み解くのが戦い方と知るものなり。
The players on the human side are to interpret questions proposed by the witch as being the work of humans.
あなたにそう言いまし。
You are not mistaken.
なれば、なぜにエリカ教と上司デラノールは
If that is so, why are Lady Erika and Commander Dolinor
犯行の余地ある人間を自ら減らすように戦うなりは
fighting to lower the number of humans who can commit crimes? Cornelia's question was a very simple one. Those two had made this move boldly, making it sound like it was a powerful one. Well, now nobody can commit the next Twilight. Nobody can commit the second Twilight now. How is that going to even happen? Those two had made this move boldly, making it sound like it was a powerful one, almost as though it would greatly damage the witch. However, if you thought about it, Erika was just strangling her own neck.
これよりどのような事件が起こるかもまだわからぬと知りたまう。
We still don't know what sort of crime will occur in the future.
むしろ所在を確定させない人間が多い方が人間に有利ではないかと推測するものなりや。
Would it not be more advantageous to the humans if there are more people whose locations are not specified?
今はまだ今日も上司主席もそれを明かす段階にないと知りたてまつる。
Know that now is not yet the time for Lady or the Commander to reveal their thoughts.
死後陳謝するものなり。
I apologize for my idle chatter. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just new at this. I don't even have those awesome tassels on my hat like you. Cornelia looked like she wasn't satisfied. In the previous game, when trying to help Kenzo escape from his study, Battler had desperately tried to break free from that closed room, using various methods. As a result, Kenzo had escaped into the darkness of the night, and it had been later possible to treat him like an elusive phantom. In other words, closed rooms were advantageous to witches and disadvantageous to humans. Witches proposed closed rooms, and humans destroyed and denied them. That should have been the standard tactic of this game. And yet, Erika had created closed rooms herself, sealing a full 11 humans in them. In other words, this was the same as abandoning the right to use those 11 people when explaining all of the later tricks. In the past, Battler had confirmed the location of certain people, but that had been to check whether certain pieces existed with which he could break closed rooms, a completely different situation. Why had Erika taken these 11 people, who were also her pieces, and sealed them in a closed room? Cornelia hadn't experienced enough fights to understand this move, which looked as though they were trapping themselves.
気味な一手ですね。
A disturbing move.
一体エリカは何を企んでいるのでしょう。
What on earth is Erika planning?
攻撃とは限らねえさ。
It isn't necessarily an attack.
チェスも将棋もそうだろ。
In chess and
キング
shogi,
の守りを固めておくのだって立派な戦略だ。
strengthening the guard around your king is an excellent strategy.
Oh god, but Battler, don't you understand? How can you pull off the second twilight if everyone is sealed in these rooms? Ugh, jeez.
つまりこの2部屋の封印は攻めでなく守りだと。
There's no way he can even pull off the second twilight if everyone is stuck in these rooms. Like, how would it be possible not to leave witnesses? Jeez.
In other words, the seals around those two rooms aren't an attack, but a guard?
そう考えるのが妥当だろうぜ。
That seems likely.
おかげで生存者たちにちょっかいが出しづらくなった。
Thanks to that, it's hard to lay a hand on the survivors.
第二の番が実行しにくくなったってわけだ。
It'll be tough to carry out the second twilight.
Exactly.
ああ、なるほど。
I see.
魔女側は謎を多く提示した方が有利。
The witch side has an advantage when more riddles are presented.
そうだ。
Yeah.
何しろ一つでも謎が通れば魔女の勝ちなんだからな。
After all, if even one riddle goes unsolved, the witch wins.
多くの密室を提示した方が有利に戦える。
Each new closed room we present increases our advantage.
The riddles that the witch side sets up are equivalent to attacks. The human side must perfectly intercept all of those. It's almost like a penalty shootout, where letting a single point slip by means defeat. I never expected a hockey reference in freaking Umineko. Jeez. Oh, but they could be talking about soccer as well. I see. So the witch side wants to increase its number of attacks. The human side wants to lower the number of attacks. When Battler had fought on the human side, he hadn't thought of the survivors holding up in a room as being particularly useful. However, from the witch's side perspective, this strategy was simple but effective. What made Beato incredible was how she'd bluffed and sneered at this tactic, as though it was completely useless. Oh god, I love Battler even praising Beato in the narration. On the inside, she must have been so worried over how to break down all these barricades in each game. Right now, I'm sure of that.
なるほど。事件が発生できないように守りを固めるのも人間側の戦い方なんですね。
I see. So strengthening your guard to make it hard for a crime to occur is one way for the human side to fight.
しかしそれは平凡な一手だ。
However, that's a simple move.
あの名探偵フルド・エリカがあれだけ自信満々に強打するほどの一手じゃない。
The great detective Furuto Erika wouldn't have looked so confident after playing a move like that. She's surely got plenty more tricks up her sleeve.
Would Erika be happy after playing a defensive move? Though this move looks as though she's restraining herself, it's also extremely unlikely that Erika was playing defensively.
これはきっと守りじゃなく攻めなんだ。
I'm sure that this is an attack, not a move made for defense.
どういう攻撃か理解はできねえがな。
Though I don't know what kind of attack it is.
次は私たちの手番ですが、どうしますか？
Next is our move. What shall we do?
とりあえず表向きは 奴は第一の番の推理ではなく、第二の番を防ぐための守りに手番を費やした。
For the moment, she has at least apparently spent her turn on strengthening her guard to stop the second twilight instead of reasoning about the first.
おさば引け、引かば押せだ。
If they push, pull back. If they pull back, push.
ならこっちは攻めていくしかない。
In that case, it's time for us to attack.
しかしどう攻めればいいやら。
But how should we attack?
ゲストハウスはかなりの守りになっています。
The guest house is well guarded.
そうだな。ゲストハウスの全域が今やエリカの支配下に見える。
Yes, it appears as though the entire guest house is now under Erika's control.
しかし、ビショップやナイトのように敵陣に食い込むのを得意とする駒だっていろいろある。
However, there are certain pieces like bishops and knights whose specialty is cutting behind enemy lines.
Battler snapped his fingers, and a single gold butterfly appeared from the darkness. Then flew in front of the chessboard, trailing gold sparks behind it. It landed without a sound, then transformed into a black piece representing the witch's darkness.
X-ray.
X-ray.
これもチェス用語だったな。
That's also a chess term.
はい。
Yes, it's a high-level technique.
一見敵の支配下に見えるマスが、
It's when a square seems to be under an enemy's control.
実際は自分の駒が十分に影響力を効かせていることを見透かして攻撃する高等技法です。
But you've spotted that your own pieces actually have enough influence over it, so you attack.
Erika.
生存者をすべて密閉し、次なる俺の攻撃を防げると本気で信じているのだ。
If you really believe that you can stop my next attack by sealing up all the survivors,
それは甘い考えだ。
that's just naive.
Battler raised his new black piece high. His target was a single open space, deep behind enemy lines.
どう？
How will you handle it?
これが俺の応酬だ。
This is my response.
Ah!
これでようやく羽が伸ばせます。
Now I can finally stretch my wings!
まずは屋敷に深夜の散歩と参りましょうか。
First off, let's take a midnight stroll to the mansion!
殺人犯が潜んでいるかもしれない不気味な屋敷にこのような深夜に散歩とは。
You would take a stroll in the middle of the night to an eerie mansion where a killer might be hiding.
酔狂な御人です。
You must be very insane.
とんでもない。
Not at all!
ようやく得た自由時間じゃないですか。
I worked so hard to get this time to myself, didn't I?
今の私はプール授業の後の自由時間みたいにワクワクしています。
It feels like it's free time after a swimming lesson!
Now that Bernkastel was nowhere in sight, Erika was regaining her high spirits. She wasn't exaggerating when she said she was spreading her wings. Dolanor knew that she was risking her own destruction in this game, and she was not in a favorable position by any means.
Dolinar could do nothing but assist Erika so that she could fight for the best to the best of her abilities.
よし。
All right.
ゲストハウス1階の戸締まりも完璧ですね。
The locks on the first floor of the guest house are perfect.
玄関もちゃんとチェーンロックで封じられています。
The entrance is sealed up with a chain lock.
Before leaving the guest house, Erika did a check of the first floor, making sure that nothing was out of place. Then she found a flashlight and umbrella in the servant room next to the entrance.
では参りましょう。
Then let's go.
え？
Yes.
まずは6人の死因くらいは確定しなくちゃ。
We at least have to check the cause of death for all 6.
She unset the chain, unlocked the door, and opened it. The freezing outside air poured in.
風はだいぶあるよ。
It appears to be quite windy still.
まあ、この体など私にとって肉の森。
Well, honestly, this body is just a cage of flesh to me. I'm a freaking meta incarnation. I'm like way above these beauty pieces.
濡れようが冷えようがどうでもいいことです。
I don't care if it gets wet or cold.
行きましょう。
Let's go.
When Erika dropped her gaze to open umbrella, she noticed something lying at her feet.
Ah!
これはいつもの手紙です。
It's one of the usual letters. It was one of those letters sent by the witch with the seal of the one-winged eagle on it. It had been wedged under the outside knot in front of the entrance. As though someone had predicted that Erika would eventually leave for the mansion by this way. There's a... What meme? What meme? Which meme? Oh god. It was in the shadows of the large eaves, so it had avoided the rain entirely.
早速来ましたね。
So it's here already.
まるで待ち受けていたかのように。
Almost as though it was waiting for me.
She bent over and picked it up. How did this letter get here? She then tore it open recklessly and pulled the letter inside out of it. A message had been written in neat letters.
Did somebody fake their death?
A message had been written in neat letters.
ようこそウルドエリカ様ですって。
Welcome, Baruto Erika-sama, it says. They left out the part about being the greatest detective who ever lived. Huh, assholes.
やれやれ、私を名指しでですか。
Oh, so it's calling me by name.
完全に読まれてますね。
They totally saw this coming.
内容は何です？
What does it say?
犯行予告です。
It's an advance notice for a crime.
いや、事後報告と言うべきですね。
No, I should say it's a report after the fact.
後ろ宮バトラの死体をお預かりしたそうです。
Apparently, they have taken Ushirmiya Battler's corpse.
どうぞ探してみてくださいとか言ってます。
It's basically saying, please try looking for it.
第二の晩に寄り添うし二人を引き裂けではないのですか。
So, this is to tear apart the two who are close of the second twilight.
まあ、死体が消失する云々はベアとのゲームでも何度かありました。
Well, disappearing corpses happened a few times in Banter's games too.
それほど真偽のある話ではありません。
There's nothing really new about this.
Erika shrugged and scorned the letter. However, this letter was a real attack. All of the survivors were sealed in rooms on the second floor. And at the very end, after she had gone around with Kraus and the others to check the locks on the doors and windows, Erika had personally confirmed that there was nothing at this spot. So this was an attack saying someone who shouldn't be here placed the letter, and this someone was a witch. This was also an attack that the old Beato had used, often.
やれやれ
Sheesh! Yada yada!
見せ方も同じならトリックまで同じだって言うんじゃないでしょうね
If the way you show it is the same, please tell me that the actual trick isn't the same too.
ドラノール
Dolador?
バトラを呼び出してください
Please call Battler here.
了解です
Understood.
バトラ卿東方の手番を所望です
Lord Battler, we wish to take our turn.
Got it.
受けて立つぜ
Let's have it.
申し訳ありません
Sorry!
実は指し手の宣言ではありません
I actually don't have a move to declare.
What is she getting at?
実は謝罪です
The truth is,
一つ謝らなければならないことがありまして
there is something I need to apologize for.
Apologize. Battler and Beatrice's eyes went wide. However, though Erika said she wanted to apologize, she had a confident look on her face, as though even that apology would be a new move. So Battler glared at her dubiously, without letting his guard down.
例の遡っての封印についてですが
It's about those retroactive seals.
She used a retroactive seal. Oh my god, I bet it was, Okay, I bet, she sealed up Battler's room, didn't she?
実はすでに一箇所封印しておりました
I actually already sealed one place.
それのご報告が遅くなりましたことをお詫びしたいと思います
I apologize for taking so long to report this to you.
すでに封印していた
It was probably the room Battler was in.
You already sealed something?
つまりお前はもうこれで3部屋分を使い切っていたということか
In other words, you've already used up all 3 rooms worth.
はい
Yes!
直ちに報告するお約束だったのですがうっかり失念してここまでゲームを進めてしまいました
I promised that I'd report on it right away, but I completely forgot until just now.
心よりお詫びいたします
You have my sincerest apologies.
心より詫びてる顔には全く見えねえぜ
You don't look like someone who's sincerely apologizing.
まあいいさ
Well, that's fine.
俺が許した権利
I'm the one who gave you that privilege.
だそれで
So,
いつどこを封印していたって
what did you seal?
ドラノール
Dolador?
ご報告申し上げます
Allow me to report.
エリカ卿による死体検視時にバトラの客室を封印しておりましたことをご報告申し上げます
Yup. So goodbye to Battler faking his death. Battler's guest room was sealed at the time of Lady Erika's inspection of the corpses.
Oof.
Beatrice tried not to let it show on her face, but her eyebrows twitched visibly, and her gaze flickered over to Battler.
本来なら5つの密室すべてに封印を施したかったところなのですが、回数が足りませんでしたので。
Normally, I would have liked to seal all the closed rooms, but I didn't have enough flex tape!
ゲームマスターのあなたに敬意を表して、バトラさんの死体の部屋だけを封印させてもらいました。
Out of respect for the game master, I only sealed the room with Battler-san's corpse, quote unquote.
ご丁寧に俺の棺桶の蓋を閉じてくれたわけか。
So you were kind enough to close the lid on my coffin.
つい先ほど思い出しましたもので。
I remembered a short while ago.
屋敷に到着し、あなたの死体の客室を調べるときにご報告すればいいかと思っていました。
I was planning to tell you when we reached the mansion and investigated the guest room with your corpse in it.
しかし、この手紙の登場で急ぎご報告した方がいいと思いまして。
However, when this letter appeared, I figure I should report it right away.
どうしてそう思うのですか？
Why did you think that?
いいえ。
Well...
何しろ、バトラさんは自分の死体の客室が封印されてることを知らずにゲームを進めてたわけですから。
After all, Battler-san had been playing this game ignorant of the fact that his corpse was sealed in the guest room.
それによって、ひょっとしたら
Because of that, I thought...
この登場した手紙、話が変わってくる可能性もあるかなと、そう思いまして。
That it might possibly change things regarding the appearance of this letter.
いとこ部屋と隣部屋を封印中です。
That the cousin room and the next room over are currently
事
sealed.
後報告で申し訳ないですが、さらにあなたの死体の客室も封印中です。
Sorry for the late report, but the guest room with your corpse in it is already also sealed.
そして島にはエリカ卿を抜いて17人。
And there are 17 people on the island, excluding Lady Erika.
18人目の存在は過去のゲームですでに否定済みです。
The existence of an 18th person has already been denied in a previous game.
となると、手紙を受ける人物とあなたの死体消失。
And there's the train passing again.
In that case, if we're thinking about some person who could have placed this letter and the disappearance of your corpse, I thought maybe.
話も変わってくるかなと。
I thought this might change things around a bit.
Erika laughed crudely while staring into Battler's eyes to see if he was panicked or disturbed.
バトラさん。
Battler-san.
落ち着け。
Stay calm.
エリカの報告が遅くなっただけの話だ。
Erika has just made a report a bit late.
何も焦ることなどない。
There's no need to lose your cool.
Erika had suspected it since the beginning. It was possible that Battler actually hadn't been killed and was still alive. And if he was alive, then the letter that suddenly appeared was easy to explain, even though all the survivors were sealed up. Judging by Beatrice's faint agitation, maybe Erika's guess had been right on the mark. Battler played dead and somehow got around Erika's examination. And then, while everyone was barricading themselves in the guest house, he snuck out of the guest room. After that, he placed a letter detailing the disappearance of his own corpse in the entrance to the lobby and hid himself. If that was the truth, then the seals that had been placed on Battler's guest room at the time of Erika's examination were now very significant. In other words, if this was the trick they'd used, then Battler would certainly have broken the seals when he left his guest room. The trick would not be workable without breaking the seals. Since the survivors were all sealed up inside the guest house, then if the seals in the guest room were broken, it meant acknowledging that at least one of the victims was actually alive. If Battler had known about the seals earlier, it was likely he would advance the game in a different way to avoid this. In other words, it was fairly likely that an announcement about the seals would have had a large effect on the rest of Battler's game. Erika was saying, if Battler avoided breaking the seals because he was pretending to be a corpse, and instead remained inside the guest room, perhaps this letter would not have appeared in the story. If Battler was actually alive and had placed the letter there, then now that Erika's seals had to come into play, there was a chance that his trick would cause a contradiction somewhere down the line. That sort of contradiction is called a logic error.
ロジックエラー?
A logic error. Okay, you guys, I'm just gonna get a little drink for now. I will be back ASAP. I'm just gonna get a little drink, okay? Hello, Ryan. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I got back. Yeah, I got a bit more drink. A logic error.
今回の物語のずいぶん最初の方で聞いた気がするわ。
I think we heard about that really early on in the story.
魔女側が犯してはならぬ最大最悪のミス。反則手だ。
It's a violation of the rules. The greatest and worst form of error, which the witch side must avoid making.
あ、思い出したわ。
Yeah, I remember. Battler and Renove talked about it really early on. Or was it Genji? They wouldn't have mentioned it if it wasn't going to come into play, this part of the story.
物語の表裏が合わぬこと、矛盾することとか言ってたわね。
It was something about the two sides of the tale not matching and creating a contradiction.
伏せたカップの中に飴玉が現れる魔法の話を覚えているか。
Do you remember the magic for making candy appear inside an overturned cup?
ええ。
Yep.
マリアお姉ちゃんとエリカがそれをめぐって論争したわね。
Maria One-chan and Erika were fighting about that.
あれはお姉ちゃんが目を閉じている間にカップの中にこっそり飴玉を入れるだけの単純な手品だった。
Apparently that was just a simple trick where someone slipped the candy into the cup while Oni-chan had her eyes closed.
そうだ。
That's right.
その手品の過程を観測していないマリアに結果のみが与えられ。
Since Maria did not observe the process of the trick and was only given the result.
魔法でカップの中に飴玉が現れたとする魔法幻想を受け入れたから魔法が成立した。
She accepted the illusion of magic, that the candy had appeared by magic inside the cup, and magic was established.
そうか、ロジックエラーとは
Okay, so a logic error would be
不可能になってしまった手品
a
という意味
trick
ね。
that has become impossible. If you think about it, Erika and Maria's fierce red and blue truth battle over this magic was the real opening of this tale's fight. Let's try to remember that exchange. The heartless truth was that it had all been a trick. Making the candy appear in the cup by magic had been nothing more than Beato's claim. Magic can only do things that one can accomplish. In other words, you can only have a magical result if it's something that could have been done without magic. Yeah, as I thought. That's the way the game board works. Let's be clear. There are two general types of magic. If you summon giants and make towers grow from the ground, but when the lid is taken off, nothing has happened in the rose garden. That's one type of magic. That's just an illusion. It's a lie with no observers that takes place where the witch says it did, in a location without any of the anti-magic toxin. Magic that doesn't have to match a result is the most simple kind, a lie. This is the same as a worthless delusion, an illusion, a daydream. Even Battler saw through it partway through the third game. Then there is another kind, which we might call true magic. Magic that matches a result. The cup trick is an example of magic that matches a result, since an observer actually checks to see if that the cup's contents were empty before seeing a candy appear there, and thus an actual observer of the incident is created. I've discovered one big rule that magic matching a result has to follow, unlike the magic of illusions. The rule is that only the unobserved process of what you accomplished can be transformed into magic. I can even speak even more generally and ruthlessly. In short, All forms of magic are tricks. Only things that can be accomplished without magic can have a matching result. Ironically, this also proves that magic doesn't actually exist, but out of respect for the witch's game, let's call it making the game solvable and fair for the human player.
つまりカップの中の飴玉が今回はエリカの前に現れた謎の手紙ということになっている。
So, instead of the candy inside that cup, we now have this mysterious letter that appeared in front of
こ
Erika.
れは手品でなくてはならない。
They have to be tricks.
それを兄ちゃんは魔女が魔法で手紙をそこに置いたと主張することで結果を伴う魔法にしようとしている。
By claiming that the witch set the letter there by magic, Oni-chan is trying to create magic that matches the result.
そうだ。
Correct.
生存者は全員ゲストハウスの密室に封じられている以上
Since all of the survivors are sealed within the closed room of the guest house.
突然に現れたこの手紙は魔女以外に置くことは不可能な不思議な魔法に就職することができる。
It is possible to embellish this suddenly appearing letter and say it was a curious bit of magic, for only a witch could have placed it there.
しかしそれでもつまりは可能な手品でなくてはならないということだ。
But even so, it must be a possible trick in the end. In order to see through the trick with the candy and cup, Erika countered with the blue truth, saying that the candy had been snuck in there while her eyes were closed. That was the correct answer, so Maria hadn't had any red that she could use. But what if she had used it? For example, what if Maria had used the red truth to say, until I lifted the cup up, the closed room of the overturned cup remained intact?
赤き真実は真実にしか使えないんでしょ？
The red truth can only be used to refer to the truth, right?
嘘をシャーシャーと言えたら重大なルール違反だわ。
If you could lie with it, it'd be a massive violation of the rules.
そうだ。
Yes.
自分のトリックを否定する赤き真実は大きなルール違反だ。
Denying your own trick with the red truth is a major violation of the rules.
しかしその赤き真実に抵触しない別のトリックに即座に差し替えられるなら
However, if you instantly switch over to another trick that doesn't violate that red truth,
いささかアンフェアではあるがその赤き真実は認められる。
it may be slightly unfair, but that red truth can be acknowledged.
Yep, that is exactly what I was referring to a long time ago. That with the A, B, C, D, E, F, G and the twinkle twinkle little star. It's pretty much the same principle behind that trick.
この場合はカップの中の密室は維持されていたという赤き真実に矛盾しない手品のトリックを
So in this case, the witch side would need to immediately propose another trick that doesn't contradict the red truth.
魔女側は即座に提出しなければならないということね。
Stating that the closed room inside the cup was preserved.
証拠を突きつけられて二転三転させる政治家の言い訳みたいだわ。
Oh my god, Angie! How apropos!
Like the excuses of a politician when he keeps backtracking as new evidence is shown to him.
そうだ。
Yes.
まあその程度の赤ならばまだ苦しい言い訳でも言い逃れられよう。
Well, for a red like this, she might be able to get away with some painful excuse.
テーブルに仕掛けがあったとか、二重底の手品用カップだったとか。
Maybe there was some device in the table, or maybe it was a trick cup with a fake bottom.
しかしもし、あらかじめその可能性についても赤で否定があったなら、それも通用しない。
But if those possibilities have been denied beforehand, this would not be valid.
赤き真実が多ければ多いほど言い逃れの余地もなくなるわけだ。
The more red truths there are, the harder it is to talk your way out. In actuality, the candy had been put in the cup with while Maria's eyes were closed. However, if what Erika saw through that, Maria had used the red truth to say that the closed room of the cup had been preserved. The witch would have had to rush and revise the scenario to a new trick that still worked logically after the new red. Revising the scenario is an unfair move that would never be allowed in the mystery genre. However, the very act of revising the scenario takes place inside the witch's head, which is an unobservable world. So, if she claimed that she'd been using the trick with the fake bottom cup from the beginning, no one could deny it. So, even if it really was a trick done while One-chan's eyes were closed, as long as the witch leaves herself a way out, she can even switch between truths or tricks. Rather than calling this an action available to witches, we should probably say that it's only usable by the game master, the one who creates and writes. But even so, the new truth must not contradict any of the previously stated red truths. If the red truth makes it so that the trick no longer makes logical sense, then there will be a mismatch between the two sides of the story. The illusory result that the game master claims is magic, and the true result that was brought about by a trick. So when we get a contradiction and it no longer makes logical sense, we call it a logic error. And that would mean the destruction of the witch's game.
人間に説明可能なゲームがこの世界。
This world is a game that's possible to explain with humans.
すなわち、すべての魔法はトリックでも可能なようになっていなければならない。
In other words, it must be possible for all magic to have been done by tricks as well.
See, now that's the thing. In the game board, everything has to follow real-world logic. But for the game board to even exist, magic has to be used. Because how else would anyone create such a thing? With characters that can literally be interacted with by the player. Outside of like super advanced technology, only magic could create such a scenario in the first place. Now I find it very interesting that no one ever talks about that. Maybe it's just something that they acknowledge because Angie is like talking right now with this horned lady. Who she's apparently become the Miko of. But I just found it interesting how that itself hadn't been brought up. That the existence of the game board itself proves that magic does exist in one way or another. Even though within the confines of the game board, there is no magic. Or magic rather can be, all magic can be logically explained within the confines of the game board. In other words, it must be possible for all magic to have been done by tricks as well.
トリックで不可能だったら、人間側は打つ手なしのステイルメイト。
If it's impossible to do with tricks, then the human side has no move and we get a stalemate.
いいや違う。
No, not quite.
それこそがロジックエラーと呼ぶ致命的かつ最悪の反則手だ。
That's where we get the fatal and horrible violation, known as a logic error.
これを魔女側が犯した場合、即座にゲームは破壊され、致命的敗北となる。
Like see what they're talking about now. Like, how else would such a thing as a logic error actually exist and hurt Battler if there was no magic involved in the creation of the game board? Right, exactly, Ji-chan. Like, you can't just say magic is real in red because the red truths refer to the game board and they don't refer to the meta world. Right, that's totally makes sense, Ji-chan, yeah. Like, how would a logic error or something like that even hurt Battler if there was no magic involved in the creation process and the overall interaction with the game board? Like, the creation of something like that where you can interact with the characters and things like that is impossible without magic in this kind of setting, unless you're talking about some futuristic virtual reality with AI. That's true, Matt. There was that one truth about the red truth about the meta world. With but that's Featherine, you know. She's like on a level above even them, you know. So she's on an even higher plane of existence.
When the which side does this, the game is instantly destroyed, and they suffer a fatal defeat.
お兄ちゃんは多分エリカにトリックをカンパされたわ。
Erika has probably seen through to Oni-chan's trick.
探偵権限のないエリカは検視ができない。
Without the detective's authority, she couldn't perform a proper examination of the corpses.
それを理由に死んだふりを続け、こっそり客室を出てゲストハウスの玄関に手紙を置いた。
Well, truths and falsehoods, isn't that technically true? Isn't that technically true, though?
Because of that, he continued to play dead, snuck out of the guest room, and placed the letter at the entrance to the guest house.
One thing I would think, like, how on earth would the game board Battler like hide the fact that he had a pulse from Dr. Nanjo?
しかしバトラが許した遡って封印ができるなどとする大甘な配慮により話が狂い出した。
And like, there's the thing, like, how would that even work out logically if there was no magic involved in like getting retroactive seals and everything? Like, there's got to be, the meta world just is separate, and everything within the game board has to be able to be explained through real world logic. That would be so cool, Truths and Falsehoods. That would be so cool if it was.
However, because Battler was so overly gracious in giving out those retroactive seals, things went wrong.
お兄ちゃんのバカ。
Oh my god! That was so cute the way she said that!
Stupid Oni-chan.
まだ現時点では狼狽するほどではあるまい。
The current situation still does not warrant panic.
客室の封印が健在かどうかはまだ赤き真実で確定していない。
Hello, T-Tooth. Welcome to the stream.
It still hasn't been specified with the red truth that the seals around the guest room are intact.
封印を破るも自由。
he is free to break the seals.
破らぬならバトラ以外が生きてたことにし、手紙を置いた人間を差し替えてもよいだろう。
Hello, Game Boo. Welcome to the stream. He is free to break the seals. If he doesn't, then he can probably have it so that someone other than Battler was alive and swap them in as the person who placed the letter.
そうね。
That's right.
お兄ちゃんだけでなく、お母さんたちの死体だって赤で死亡は確定していない。
It's not just Ernie-chan. Oh yeah, the other corpses hasn't been specified as dead by the Red yet. I agree with that, Zia-san. I agree with that, Zia-san. The meta world is a separate world, but the meta world controls the game board. That's where it's controlled and reset from every single time.
実はみんな死んだふりだったってことにしても、まだ全然問題ないわ。
So far, there wouldn't be any problem if they were all faking.
そうだ。
True.
全くうろたえる段階にない。
This is far too soon for them to get flustered.
要は、エリカの封印と手紙を置くトリックを矛盾させぬよう手を変えればいいだけの話。
All he has to do is change his moves so that Erika's seals and the placement of the letter don't contradict each other.
矛盾なく他の筋書きに変更するのだってゲームマスターに許された手の一つだわ。
And revising the plot without contradictions is one of the moves available to the Game Master.
「しかし想定したシナリオをその途中で変更することは物語に歪みを与えることもある。
However, taking a scenario one has imagined and revising it partway through can sometimes create flaws in the tale.
まだ第一の番を終えたばかりという段階を思えばあまりに痛恨の一手。
It would be a very regrettable move to make when the first twilight has only just ended.
どうやら自陣深くに駒を刺されたるはバトラの方だったようだな。
It would seem that Battler was the one with an enemy piece moved deep behind his lines.
この紛れ込んだ一コマはブーツに入り込んだ一粒の小石のように今後一歩一歩歩くたびに違和感と痛みを与え続けることになるだろう。
This hidden piece will probably cause him pain and discomfort with each step from now on, like a pebble caught in one shoe.
この一粒の小石、バトラを殺すやもしれぬ。
This single pebble might kill Battler. Ugh. Damn.
まだロジックエラーと言える段階ではありません。
This still isn't quite a logic error.
それに、遡って封印したのに、それの報告が遅れたこちらにも過失があります。
And though we sealed the room retroactively, we are at fault for the lateness in reporting it.
ですから、この手紙の登場について、バトラさんも遡って筋書きを書き直してくださっても結構ということです。
So, I have no problem with letting Battler-san retroactively rewrite the plot concerning this letter.
遡って書き直すとは
Retroactively rewrite the plot? It's called a retcon, Beto.
なるほどな。
I see.
俺がこの手紙を置いたとするなら、俺が密室に封じられた時点でそれは不可能になる。
This is the last scene before a longest chapter. Okay, Apparition, so this might be a bit of a shorter stream. I'll end it after this scene then.
If I placed a letter there, then that would have become impossible. As soon as I was sealed in that closed room.
となると、この手紙もここに現れてはいけないことになる。
In which case, that letter shouldn't have appeared here.
そうです。
Correct.
ですからその小さな矛盾の修正をどうかしてもらえたらと思います。
So, I thought we should have the chance to revise this small inconsistency.
今私たちはここでこの手紙を発見しました。
We just now discovered this letter here.
それをなかったことに、あるいは他の内容にシナリオ変更していただいても結構ということです。
We are saying that we do not mind if you want to undo that, or if you want to use a revised scenario.
ただ手紙とガムテープがあるだけで。
Just by the existence of the letter and packing tape!
フルドエリカにはこの程度の一手が可能です。
This sort of move is possible for Furudo Erika, the greatest detective trickster packing tape sealer who ever lived!
いかがです？
What? What do you think, everyone?
Damn, what a dirty move. Well, what else should I expect from Erika?
Oh wow, it looks like next stream is going to be a big chapter for everybody. I'm excited. I wonder what's going to happen. I bet Erika's trick is going to play out, whatever it is.
I made a promise with Dolanor too, that we both play all out and mercilessly. Yeah, it's true. I've been planning to make Battler actually alive, and then to have him slip out of the guest room, resulting in his disappearance in the placement of the letter.
Oh, wow.
However, if I revise the scenario now that my move's been spotted, it'll be the same as admitting that it was spotted, even if I have to be stubborn about it. I don't want to admit that I was seen through here. I don't want to acknowledge a pathetic plot change when I try to sneak out of the guest room and break the seals. I want to change it to a different trick, so that the letter will be placed in my corpse hidden, while still preserving the seals on the guest room. It doesn't really have to be me who places the letter. I can still revise that logic without contradictions.
しかしバトラさん、手紙は何とか置けても。
But, Battler-san, even if you can place the letter somehow,
その後の自分の死体の消失はどうするのですか？
how are you going to make your corpse vanish afterwards?
客室は密封されています。
The guest room is sealed.
密室から死体を消すトリックをたった今から用意しなくてはロジックエラーを起こします。
If you don't find a trick to erase the corpse in the closed room right now, a logic error will occur.
I still have time.
ギリギリまで考える。
Let me think until the last second. Damn it!
With a painful laugh, Battler unconsciously scratched at his head.
とにかくこの手紙はそのままでいく。
Anyway, we'll leave the letter like this.
はい、すみません。客室が封印されてると矛盾するので、はい変更しますなんて今さら言えるか。
I can't say, oh, sorry about that. Having the guest room sealed makes a big contradiction, so I'd like to revise my move.
一本取られたと認めるのと同じことだ。
It would mean acknowledging that she caught me.
まるで天井裏に隠れてる忍者の気分だな。
I feel like a ninja hiding above the ceiling.
蹴取られて槍でぶっすり刺されたの。痛みに耐えて槍の先の血をこっそり拭い、さもそこにいなかったふりをしてるみたいだぜ。
Even though I was noticed and stabbed by a spear, I just withstand the pain, wipe the blood off the spear, and act as though nothing had happened.
痩せ我慢でいい。
False courage works well enough.
ここは痛みを蹴取られたらまずいんだ。
I can't let her know that this one hurt.
バトラさん。
Oh my god! Oh my god! She's so concerned.
Battler-san.
なあベアト。
Hey, Beto.
今の俺、どんな顔してんだ？
Do you know what my face looks like now?
かつて俺との応酬で痛いとこ疲れた時にお前が浮かべてたような。
I'm sure
ああ
it's
いう表情を浮かべているんだろうな。
Goddamn pauses.
I'm sure it's the same expression you had when I managed to hit you where it hurts in the past. Damn it.
Beto couldn't think of anything to say. Useless words of comfort would only get in the way of Battler's thinking now.
かつてのお前なら
What would the old you do?
俺を散々苦しめてきた密室の数々を生み出したかつてのお前なら
The old you who created all the closed rooms that tormented me so much in the past.
どんなトリックで密室から俺の死体を消す。
What kind of trick would she use to erase my corpse from a closed room?
Oh, she's crying! Oh my god. Beato trembled and groaned. The old her had been an expert at closed room tricks. If only that memory, that power could be revived, she would be able to help Battler. There's still time to think. There's still time. Nice going, Erika. That was a dirty move. Okay. Okay, so 2.5 hours. In other words, okay, so this stream ended up being around a normal stream length after all. Okay. Oh wow, oh, that's really nice. Alright, let's see what's gonna happen here. This is gonna be saved for the next time, obviously, with this bumpin' music track. I'm glad that the time worked out. I was worried if this would be a shorter stream. Logic error. That's the title of the next chapter. I'm really excited if all you guys think it's going to be one of your favorite chapters. It looks like Erika's going to do something really sneaky. I personally can't wait, and thank you all so much for joining me. You guys are the absolute best. The absolute best. Seriously. Thank you so much for coming. So until 2 days from now, I'm going to say so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You are all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.